over here. Hey guys, let me know if y'all can see me good. What's going on? It's been a minute since I've been in here. Who's all in the comments? Okay, now y'all can hear me. What's going on? We got Philip in the building. How you doing, baby? What's good? What's good with you? Philip says good evening and salute to you, Red Talk Anna. What's good, guys? What y'all got going on today? There's been so much stuff going on. And we're going to talk about it. We about to get into the situations that's been going on. I feel like I ain't been here in a minute. Some things.
If you are going to trade your body.
Let's let this play real quick. You know, I'm so tired of these red seat demons. And no, I made a video about this, but I was like, you know what? I need to play this during my live. I don't know what it is about these red seat women that get on here and have all this and that to say and just be talking crazy. What up, DTM? What's going on, baby? How you doing today? Put in the chat, guys, where y'all from. Y'all from East Coast, West Coast? What's going on, Midwest? Put it in the chat. You know how I like it. You know how I like talking about it. Let's see where everybody from. Where everybody from? Let me let this video play. We're going to talk about this.
Your womb, your life force, your labor. Thing is, right? If you are going to trade your body, your womb, your life force, your labor for whatever a man provides, whatever resources he has, shouldn't those resources be way more than you can do for yourself? Like, what is the point? Look at the average woman, the average married woman. We're talking about average people, which are most people. Their lives are not that much different than a single woman. And they have all those added responsibilities on it. So you have a kid for a man, a couple of kids, right? For him to buy you a minivan to drive around in? You can't even drive around in style. Like, he can't afford a Range Rover? A Porsche Cayenne? You mean to tell me you got to take all them kids and put them in the back of a van? This shit don't make no sense to me. Your women can die from childbirth. Our lives, when you bring a child into this, that means you may be giving your life for that life. For you to leave the hospital and get in the back of a fucking Honda CRV? Nah, it's no way. This shit the math is not mathing to me. And I know this is going to offend a lot of average men because most men are average and they can do what they can do, right? But I'm here to bring awareness to women, right? Because we're all trading. They're choosing you and determining whether you're worthy enough for their resources. Don't ever think they're not seeing where you measure. If they're going to trade whatever resources they have, the limited resources, because most average men are limited, right? So you got to be on the same type of time. It's no way I'm putting myself in a Porsche without any fucking help from a man for me to give my body and womb to a man for him to put me in a fucking Jetta. I don't have a babysitter on call, people to help. Why? What is the reason to just say I have a man and you're helping him build? Why? I mean, this ain't for everybody. Some chicks, that's what they get, but I'm speaking to a different. It's no way. I be looking at married women, the average man. It's no way I'm trading myself for what. You literally do not need them to give you the shit they give you. It really is not. It's not a flex. Y'all can really go down to them people's job and do the same thing and even better. And it's not limited. A man's resources is limited to whatever he's capable of. Most men are not in positions of power. Y'all laid on that table, risking your lives for men that can't even put you in. So my thing is, right?
So here we go. What's good, guys? What up, Eyes Play 2? How you doing, baby? What's good? It says, what can an average man do? Change a tire for one. You're not lying about that. You are not lying about that. Colorado in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Like, come on now. This is what we doing? Are we, like what I say in my video, are we really considering what kind of vehicle that a man can put you in before you decide to have a family and kids? And like I said, I'm staying stern on the red seat thing. It's always the ones that got the red seats coming online, specifically on TikTok, and talking stuff. Ladies, why do y'all listen to these mean women? Y'all can't tell that they angry. They angry. Y'all cannot tell that. What's up for Ebus? How you doing, baby? Like, come on now. It says put 80% of modern women on the front lines of the Marines and then talk to me about what men don't do. Of course, we know that. Most women don't want to do that kind of work. If they had a choice, they're not going downstairs when the person come in the house unannounced. We know that, right? So while she's talking about what can an average man do, what makes her think that she is not average? Let's get into this real quick. Like, who's putting these women up to this? To where they don't think they average. Where do they think they are? What do they think they are? Like, I mean, come on now. Y'all know most of the women would not want to be put on the front lines of anything. Like what I always say, they always want to be equal until it comes to some real situations. Like you just said, the front lines, right? I mean, come on, right? East Coast in the building. Like, what makes them think that? And this is what I'll be talking about, and it's like, no, like Ashley Brother said the other day, it's a good thing that they come online and be talking reckless like this because it allows you to see who they are. Like, you will never have to say you didn't know she was like this because they coming online and sharing the truth. They just are. They really are. They're coming online, sharing their truth, and y'all looking stupid. Is that a Porsche Cayenne? It says she's probably better off dating the CEO or high value men in years. But the thing is, though, she can't. She can't. Just because you say you want it, doesn't mean nothing. You can have a long list of demands, demands and commands. Like, it don't mean you're gonna get it. They're not getting it. If she was, you think she'd be sitting on TikTok talking about what she wants and what she's not gonna deal with? She talking about she don't want to have to drive a van around. She said she don't want to have to drive a van if she has kids.
If you are going to trade your body, your womb, your life force, your labor for whatever a man provides, whatever resources he has, shouldn't those resources be way more than you can do for yourself? Like, what is the point? Look at the average woman, the average married woman. We're talking about average people, which are most people. Their lives are not that much different than a single woman. And they have all those added responsibilities on it. So you have a kid for a man, a couple of kids, right? For him to buy you a minivan to drive around in? You can't even drive around in style. Like, he can't afford a Range Rover? A Porsche Cayenne? You mean to tell me you got to take all them kids and put them in the back of a van? This shit don't make no sense to me. Your women can die from childbirth. Our lives, when you bring a child into this, that means you may be giving your life for that life. For you to leave the hospital and get in the back of a fucking Honda CRV? Nah, it's no way. The math is not mathing to me. And I know this is going to offend a lot of average men because most men are average, and they can do what they can do.
You're right about that. It says right. It's an illusion in a delusional world. Like, yeah, she's delusional. She thinks that if a man comes to her and he wants to start a family, like you think this is what social media does. You think that you just gonna have a Range Rover or a Porsche sitting in front of your house. It doesn't happen like that. It does not happen like this. Like what I say, they want the men to do everything, but they want to offer the bare minimum. And this is what I'm talking about right now. And why are y'all so angry? Why are you so angry? Y'all want the luxury lifestyle. Y'all want everything that comes within that lifestyle, but y'all don't want to do what it takes to get there. Y'all don't want none of the responsibility of doing that. Y'all just want to sit on here and talk stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, come on. Like, where are we at with this? And this is why I say we need more women talking about this. Because if not, when men talk about it, they just think that the men are crazy. They do. All because of their aunties. Like I just said, a lot of the aunties and mamas need to be smacked because this is what y'all got y'all daughter doing right now. Y'all daughter's thinking that that for her to be married, she has to get all kind of things that she does not deserve. And this is why women always be saying, I deserve. You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve anything that you don't put in. You want the lifestyle, but you don't want the union. You don't want none of the hard work. Like, where do you like what even a job? What job do y'all work at where y'all don't have to like put the work in to keep moving up? on a ladder. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. It says a bump in the night. You both in the bed. Who's gonna check and see what it is? Yeah, of course, a man is going downstairs. A man is going downstairs, and y'all know that's who's going downstairs. It won't be her. It won't be her. Not any men that I know. Most men are going to go down there. And that's why I said, and why she's talking about most men are average and this and that. I mean, men, look, I'm glad y'all waking up. Y'all got bills. Y'all got all kind of different things going on. I mean, who has time to take on a liability? A lot of young ladies are liabilities. And this is showing right here. This is showing right here. So we on to y'all now. So don't get mad.
Tracee Ellis Ross, because
then we got this lady. Somebody sent me this. Thank you for this video. This lady was on here talking about how Tracee Ellis Ross is a leader for a lot of Black women, and she doesn't understand why Black men don't like Tracee Ellis Ross. What up, baby? How you doing? Welcome to my channel. It says, I usually say grandma had less and could handle more, but I'm starting to wonder with some of these. It's not even about that. I don't even think it's about even them having less. I just think they're just entitled. They're entitled, and they're just delusional. Real talk.
Just love Tracee Ellis Ross because she's someone that is, of course, over 50. She's never been married. She don't have kids, but I believe that she really wants to be in a relationship. She does, but she just hadn't found that person yet. And I don't know why a lot of men kind of like come at her sideways when she talk about her life and her expectations, which is nothing wrong with that because that's her life, you know. But she is really making Black women really feel like they can do whatever they want to do when they get to a certain age. And not so much about getting to a certain age, but the way she has been living her life and being so transparent on the things that she wants in a relationship. And, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that because, again, like I said, that's her life. And if she hasn't found that person, she haven't found that person.
You know what's crazy? This is the thing, right? You heard her when she said, what's wrong with that? There's a lot of things that's wrong with that, okay? This is Diana Ross's daughter, like we talked about before. She is not the champion of women's nonsense. Not to me, she's not. I mean, how can you lead? This woman walks in rooms that most women can't even get in. Do y'all not understand? Do you understand that the average broke woman is going by standards of a rich, privileged woman? Y'all can't get in the rooms this woman gets in, and she still don't got no luck because she's crazy. I mean, come on. It's unreal. It's unrealistic. It's not going to happen. It doesn't reflect the average woman out here. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. So while y'all got all these champagne fantasies with Paul Mathon money, I mean, come on. That's not how that's going to go. And then you got the nerve to come on here and say she's living her life. Yeah, she can live her life however she wants to. Now, she won't have any family or anything. At the end of the day. And she can talk all good and smile and laugh and this and that. It doesn't mean anything. Why is she champion for anything? Why is she the champion for anything? What up, Karina? How you doing, beautiful? It says, how long do she take to find that person? She's going to take a long time. You know, and that's her privilege, right? That's going to be that woman's privilege. As far as like, she's going to be able to retire and do whatever she wants to do. Is she going to be mad? I believe she is going to be mad. I believe she's going to be mad at the end of the day. Okay? Because after you've done shopping, after you've done doing her career, acting, whatever, what are you going to have to fall back on after all of that? What's going to be your next thing? So I don't understand. This is a woman. This is a divorcee. She divorced her husband, I think around 50 years old or something like that. And she got on here. I went through a couple of her videos, and she was just saying that she champions. How do you champion Tracy Ellis Ross? Y'all not in the same line, babe. You're not. You're not. If anything, Tracy Ellis Ross should be able to find somebody even faster. She should be able to find somebody a little faster than Etta Jean. So that just show you that that's not happening. And Tracy Ellis Ross is sleeping around. Tracy Ellis Ross is letting them test drive it over and over again. And they not staying. They're not staying. You know why? Because a lot of men that she might talk to, they might be of some kind of value, right? So they don't have to pick her. They don't have to pick her. They're going to call her probably after 12. I'm just saying they are. So they're probably not going to pick her. They're probably going to call her after 12. I mean, I don't even remember nobody walking on the red carpet with Tracy Ellis Ross. Besides, I think Akon or something like that might have been with her. I mean, why does it make sense? Why do y'all take? I'm just trying to figure. Why are women looking up to Tracy Ellis Ross? Like I'm confused by that. Like I really am. Right, John? I meant to say, how long does it take for her to find that person? Well, she has unrealistic expectation too. Even as a celebrity, Tracy Ellis Ross, like nobody's dealing with her. This is why she went on Michelle Obama's platform talking about she likes young men and just because she can get them and she has fun with them. No, they have fun with you. They're having fun with her. So I don't understand, why is that a flex? So now you got this woman right here. I don't know who this lady is, but you know, she just got divorced and she's back out here in the world. And this is why you can't just go off of social media and read in Vogue and different things like that. And so they already made that. That's why they talk about it. I mean, come on.
That person, she haven't found that person.
And she's not going to find it. And you know why? Because you got this one right here. She's right up there. Her, Tracy Ellis Ross, and her are standing there like they just won the Olympics, right? Talking crazy. Then you got her. First of all, I don't trust women in cowboy boots or open-toe cowboy boots. Who made that? And she sits on, she don't even like men. She don't even like men. That's why she goes on shows that she knows that she can overtalk them. She knows what she doing when she go on them shows. She ain't gonna go on nobody's show that she's gonna have a real debate. If she was, she would go on there probably with Tasha K. She's not gonna do that. She's not gonna do that. And as you could tell how she even carries herself, that nobody. I ain't been able to find out if she's a real doctor or not. What is she, like the little hood doctor? Because she hood. She's hood. You know she is. So hopefully Tracy has kids, but I don't think so. Tracy Ellis Ross, I think, is like 50 years old, I think. She's 50, almost 50 somewhere. But come on now. Philip said if Miss Ellis found a man today, all that empowerment talk would stop. You know what? If she was to be able to take instruction, I don't think you're gonna be able to instruct her. I don't. Some women are wild Mustangs. You know, they got wild Mustangs in Orlando off the freeway. You see them horses off the freeway. That's her. That is her all day long. Rita said she should have that person now. Yeah, exactly, right? Think about it. She can fly and go into rooms that most women can't even get in. So just think about this. I want y'all to think about this for a minute. She can get in rooms that a lot of people can't get in. She can go to award shows. She can go to different birthday parties. I mean, her circle is much bigger. That just shows you how nuts she is. Like, she's nuts. She's nuts. But you got to remember too, the circle that she's going around, them men don't got to deal with her. That's the difference. Now that's the same thing when it comes to just having logic. I promise. Yeah, it's an endless test drive all day long. An endless test drive, okay? This is all Tracy Ellis sisters are married by her. Yeah, because you're not gonna be able to tame her. She can't take instruction from nobody. Like, who's doing with that? She is who she was on that girlfriend show. She's playing it out in real life. It says they look up to her because she's biracial, she's a colorist. They might. They like what I always say. The looks might get them in the door, but it doesn't keep them. And she doesn't look like she's going to age well. Sorry. So imagine being fit, rich, and no prospects. Yeah, think about sit on that for a minute. This woman is rich, and imagine, and she got people that can hook her up with people. It still ain't working. It still is not working. It still is not working. Yeah, them cowboy boots with the open toes is crazy work. That's diabolical. It says, hell no, shine bright. Yeah, you already know. And this is another champion, okay? For no reason. Yeah, Tasha K would eat her alive, okay? Yeah, I mean, come on, they're gonna match up. It's not gonna work. That wild Mustangs on the freeway. She's like a wild Mustang on the freeway, okay? All day long. Yeah, nobody's been able to find her her actual degrees, okay? Nobody at all. I ain't seen one person like she's mad. She's on there talking about young men are the new catch now. What she say? She said the older men her age are not the ones that are doing women right. She said the young men are what she was saying, that they treat women better. What are you talking about? At this point, she's just talking bibble babble. She just going on shows like my girl Raquel said, Smell the Roses. They need to quit giving her a platform. Look at this lady a platform. Look at her platform. She only talking to a whole bunch of people that she know that she can throw shots at. Her next interview gonna be with Ray J. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Come on now. But like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm just saying, we gotta stop making her this popular. Like, what is she talking about? And you already know, she over there with old tuna face. She got a girlfriend over there, so she don't care about no men. Man, why are you talking about them? Why are you even talking about them? You don't like them, and just be who you is. Come out and be who you are. Like by now, we already know that you don't like men, okay? All right, but she's not gonna come out and say that, because this is where her clout's coming from. It says she can't control younger men easily. Probably, I don't think so. I don't think younger men are going to let them control her. I'm gonna tell you what, the evidence isn't showing that. Why don't she have young men then? Why don't she have a young man? If she can have, she was bragging on him so tough. Why don't you have a little tay or something? Why, if it's so easy to get, why she ain't got it? Because it's not easy to get. That's why. That's why. That's why.
Guy, I guess, found me attractive and messages me, right? So I respond to.
Let's read this. It says, reason, let's say 56, I'm single with no children. I can think of a lot of other reasons why, but let's let her cook.
His message, really basic. Good morning. Hi, my name's Charity, blah, blah, blah. Not even like 5 messages exchanged. Not probably 3. He texts me. He messages me, DTF question mark. Mind you, he's like 35. I'm a stranger. What y'all doing? I'm concerned. Like, what's really going on in the dating world? I don't want it no more. I don't want it. I'm good.
Okay, so y'all know
I had someone tell me I fell.
Oops. Hold on, let me turn that part of it down. Let me see here. Let me know if y'all can still hear me good. She's talking about she don't know why men are hitting her in the middle of the night. She said she's never been married but give out relationship advice. Correct, right? But those be the ones. So look, she said she don't know why men are hitting her. I can probably tell you why. Maybe this is one of the reasons why they're hitting you. This is one of the reasons why men are probably hitting you up. Talking about what's up. This is one of the reasons why. Like, y'all ladies, I'm going to tell y'all, okay? Maybe some of the men can't tell y'all. Y'all can't come on here with your whole little thought pocket out and get on here showing all your goods, and then you wonder why the men are hitting y'all and saying the things they're saying to y'all. Why would they not? Come on now. Like, what's going on? It says, but the black single baby mamas listen to her because they just, well, of course, it's comfort. What I say the other day, they don't want to hear the truth. They want comfort. That's why pandering is so popular. You know, and this is, and look at this. We keep telling them, stop coming online doing this right here. But y'all keep doing it. Y'all keep doing it. You are advertising, right? Let's say that you're not 304. You are looking like a 304. This is what your advertisement is saying. It's saying, call me for a great time. You're not in the fitness world. You're not a fitness trainer. Like, there's no reason for you to be doing all of this. And then you get mad. Then you get mad that when the men are hitting you up like this. Come on now. It says that she's in the gym dressed like that. Yeah, this is how she is dressed in the gym. But she got on here and said that she's tired of the dating world. She's tired of y'all. She don't know why the men are hitting her up like this. Come on now. We gotta stop. We gotta stop playing with these women. We gotta stop playing with these women. Quit acting like y'all don't know. Y'all know damn well what y'all doing. Look at this. Give me a reason why you on here in your bra and your pants half zip. But you can get on TikTok and blame the men, right? Because that's what's easier to do. So you get on here and say, I don't know what's wrong with the men. Why y'all hitting me up this late? Maybe because of this. Maybe because of you coming online with a cricket wig on and your bra and your pants that's not zipped up. I'm just guessing. Is this what it is? Is they are mad, the men they want ain't hitting them up. Oh, of course. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it was a man she wanted, she would not care if he hit her up at a certain time. But it's the ones that she don't want. It's the ones she don't want. This goes back to when women be like, if I want to be married, I can be married. Yeah, to the men that you don't want. We talking about the men that you want, though. The men that you want, you don't have access to, man. You don't. You don't. I don't know any man that's gonna take this serious. I don't. I don't see that. I don't. Yeah, easy access. When I look at a picture like this, I look at easy access. Why is that open? As if you couldn't close it. Yeah, come on now. She know what she's doing. You know exactly what you're doing, ma'am. Of course, then she gonna show this. Come on. There were so many other. You're not a fitness trainer. What is your point? Because you're over here trapping. Let's call it what it is. You're trapping. You're trapping. You can't get mad when you showing off this, and now you're mad that people are coming at you like this. Come on. Where's the accountability at? Like, I'm tired of seeing it. And that's all you see all over. You know, y'all bent over, y'all got the legs looking like broken kickstand, like y'all got on crazy outfits, and then y'all mad when the men are coming at y'all like this. How else is he supposed to come at you? And you attract what you are. You attract what you are. Okay, so let's go there. Let's go there. So hold up. Let me go to that one last shot. Hold up. Oh, there we go. Hold on, let me get to that one shot. We're gonna talk about that shot too. I'm tired of y'all doing this 24/7. Ain't y'all over this? Okay, then y'all got this. Every picture is to the back, every picture to the side. And then you're wondering why people hitting you like this. It says beware everybody PSA. I'm just saying, how else are they supposed to hit you up? That's all I'm saying. You know how they all be standing with the little kickstand legs, like, and you're wondering. You on here with a bra don't fit. You in your jeans. You look like you're by the front door. I don't get it. Do y'all understand the internet's forever? The internet is forever. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. This is what y'all do. This is what y'all do. Hold up. Let's listen to this real quick. I'm just saying. It says, leg man, how you doing, baby? It says, there is a lot of people out there. This is some of them. Yeah, of course. She doesn't represent all women, right? But we're talking about the modern women right now, and this is what they doing right now. This is what they doing. You get on here acting like you don't understand. You understand. You don't care. You don't care.
If a woman has a certain power or has a certain goddess energy, there are some men that get with us and they want to tear us down. So we honestly all have to be careful. All of us women who are upward, we have businesses, we have things, we have to be careful, because even though you would think, oh, men are just falling at our feet, they actually get with us and then hate on us. They get with us and want to conquer us, want to tear us down. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to pray for a certain level of discernment when we date, because when men come around, you have to be able to feel his spirit and not what he's saying, because baby, they will run your ass through a tornado and you won't know what happened.
Somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in.
As you see, Portia Williams got the nerve to be coming on here talking about the men are jealous of the women. Why do y'all say this? What do you mean you have to let me go to that. Hold up. Let me get back to where she was at real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna speak on this. I'm about to shut this down real fast. Because I'm tired of women talking like this. Why do y'all think men are jealous of y'all so much? Why successful women attract jealous men? What are you talking about? Ain't she over there with a woman that look like Mr. Walker too? Like, I'm just saying, like, where do y'all get these talking points from? What do you mean you have to have alert? So you're not going to go off a reality? If you're going to go off horoscopes, what are you going off? What are you going off when you're saying that you get a certain level of discernment? So you're not going off reality? Go off reality instead of going off horoscopes and spiritual. Like, come on, this is what we do though. This is what they doing. You coming on these podcasts, they giving y'all these microphones, and y'all just talking, pandering. It sounds like she trying to be He-Man, not She-Ra. Is she trying to be something? Yeah, of course. Trauma, speaking fear. I don't know no men that are jealous of women. And like, for the average woman, let's say average woman, say she makes $53,000 a year. Heard no man saying they just jealous of her because she works at the post office or because she's a nurse or whatever. I have not seen that. Why do y'all keep saying this? Why does that y'all go to? This is the thing, right? You don't make up any reason why y'all not getting somebody. Y'all make up any reason why the men are not paying you any attention. Let's call it what it is. It says that's Portia Williams talking, y'all. It says, please don't take her seriously. This woman didn't call ICE on her husband, okay? She didn't call ICE on her husband. Come on now. It says, ain't nothing to be jealous of. It says, they just, projecting. It ain't because you already probably been around Atlanta. It ain't because nobody wants to take you on. Like, you ever thought about that? Who was jealous of her? But this is why, as women, you gotta have a good circle, because you're married and your friends are not married, and your friends ain't never been in a relationship, they ain't never had no husband, and you're sitting there talking about your husband trying to give you instruction. They're not gonna understand that. They're gonna tell you that he's controlling. That's like what they're gonna do. You know, a group of single women will talk you up out of your relationship. Y'all better get a good understanding. And you know what's gonna happen? The same women talking you out of relationship, those be the same women that's gonna pounce on you through the night. Like this woman right here. Now all of a sudden she was a woman that looked just like Mr. Walker. Come on. Are we really doing this? Nobody's jealous. Nobody's jealous. And what do you have for you to be jealous of? And then the women sitting there doing boo-boo fingers, snapping, doing the snap ups and this and that. Like, why? Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding 104. How about looking at a man's character? How about looking at a man for who he is? And if you keep picking him, that means your picker's off. This is not about empowerment. This is not about a man being jealous. Come on. What up, JW? This is Anna. We don't care as men. Yeah, of course. Nobody's trying to take her on. And that's why she had to go over to the other side. You had to go over there, and now you got to be gay by default. I don't even take her gay seriously. I don't even take it serious. I don't. I don't. Soon as she find a man that even wants to be bothered, she's leaving that woman. I'm saying that right now. Right now, they on there making TikToks and you know, anything for clout. Anything for clout. She's leaving.
Men they get with us and they want to tear us down. So we honestly all have to be careful. All of us women who are upward, you know, we have businesses, we have things, we have to be careful, because even though you would think, oh, men are just falling at our feet, they actually get with us and then hate on us. They get with us and want to conquer us, want to tear us down. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to pray for a certain level of discernment when we date, because when men come around, you have to be able to feel his spirit and not what he's.
How about understand somebody's actions? Okay, what are you talking about? Portia, you have a divorce under your belt. She had an engagement, then she got married, right? Then she called ICE on her husband. I mean, come on. I'm so tired of y'all Crystal Rock sisters. I'm so over the horoscope, Crystal Rock girls. I'm gonna need y'all to start talking about something else, okay? Because this ain't it. This woman right here would talk y'all down a rabbit hole, okay? Y'all gonna be in the dark rabbit hole by yourself, okay? Meanwhile, she gonna be somewhere chilling. It says Portia seems to have the attitude of a teenager. Yeah, she's immature, very immature. I think you gotta realize a lot of women. She loves the clout. She loves the attention. I think she likes attention more than anything else. Like what they say, a lot of women are in love with just the experience of the wedding. They don't want the union. They don't want the union. They just like like it's a sweet 16 birthday party. That's what the women are turning this in to nowadays. It's the experience. It's nothing more than that. And this is why they can go ahead and go to the next, as she does. It says she just mad the Steph Currys and Rick Fox don't want her. Yeah. I'm telling you, after a while you're running out of room. You're running out of room. Where else she gonna go? And you know she in Atlanta. You know that's a dating battlefield. That's warfare down there. That's warfare down there all day long. Like where's she going? What up, Lee? How you doing, baby? That's all I'm saying. Where you going? You sitting there with your little war little pattern, your little cheetah print on? Mad? No. Yeah, and men might be falling at her feet a little bit, right? Maybe not for marriage. They might be falling at her feet because she's still an attractive woman. But after that, then what do you have? This is where we're at. And this is what this is what they gotta understand. All right. The beauty will get you in the door sometime, right? But it doesn't keep you there. It doesn't keep you there. Look at Vivica Fox. Okay, she was hot. You know what I mean? Now she's older. Like we all gonna grow older, right? You gotta get something else under your belt than just being cute. Because this ain't where it's at. Yeah, the man falling at their feet, they don't want them. They don't want the ones that want them because they think that they're up here. They honestly think they're way up here, and they think the men that's at their feet are way down there. So they're always waiting on something better, like they downtown waiting on a bus, and they're not coming. They're not coming. That's why she couldn't keep a football player husband. Remember, she said he was controlling. Remember, she said he was controlling. And she probably just wanted fame. You know, that's when she got on that one of them housewife shows. And after that, it was over. It says, Philip says, can somebody please tell me what Portia Williams did for a living other than marrying rich men? No, Philip, I have no idea what she done. I don't, was she a nurse? She might have been a nurse. I'm pretty sure. I think she might have been a nurse. It said, you already know the madness. Real talk style. Like, come on. Where are we going with this? And then what about her and that woman, right? Women got like an 85% separation rate, right? So we know most likely that's probably not going to work either, right? Where are you going to go after that? Where are you going to go? So you done ran through the men. Now you about to run through all the little studies and statties. And where you running in? Where you going? You in that house that you done took from your ex-husband. And we know that you probably can't afford it because you out there cutting grasses and you out there trimming hedges with hair scissors. And those kind of houses, you don't do your own yard work. So we know that that you probably cannot afford that, but she don't care. She, this is what they want. She want the house. She want the look. She want the look. It doesn't matter if it's broken. She wants the look. I thought Portia's father was like a preacher. He might be a pastor in the church. Is they doing all the same thing that Oprah did in the 80s and 90s, keeping these women single. Oh, yeah, look at Oprah. Oprah ain't never married Stedman, but there ain't no talk about that. Ain't no talk about how she had never married Stedman because she's so rich. That's the only reason why she ain't married Stedman. Y'all know that. Now, if we flip that situation around, women will be outraged if Oprah was Otis and Otis wasn't marrying Stacey. Y'all know the public would be outraged. It says, wasn't Portia a preacher? She might have been. She might have been. Who knows? She could have been. But right now, I don't even know if I don't think she got alimony. I think that I want to say she called ICE on him most likely, allegedly. I don't know where she would get alimony from. I'm pretty sure when they moved him, I'm pretty sure she probably took whatever he had. I guarantee that. It said, if I got clocked by a Ford F-150 hard enough, I'll date her. Like, come on, Portia. You're going to have to make up a little bit more time. But this is what the ladies do. They always they have a reason why. They have to have a reason why it's not working out for them. This is what they do. Even with Simon, right? This is another thing I want to talk about. Women get with men, and then when they about to break up with them and they don't want them more, then that's when they be like, well, he was this and he was that. Regardless if Simon was a scammer or whatever he was, like, you knew that's what he was. But you wanted the experience. You wanted that lifestyle. You wanted that. You wanted that. You was scheming on to probably get scammed by a scammer. Credible Green said they are not beautiful for real. No makeup, no hair, just a body that the men already had. I mean, that's Atlanta. Everybody like Atlanta housewives at 10 o'clock in the morning in Atlanta. They got to keep them single or else they grift will dry up. You already know. What up, Triple X? How you doing, baby? Triple X said, I'm going to pass. A lot of people going to pass. They're going to pass. I'm telling you. Because what's next? What is next? How many more years she got to keep going around in this circle? How many more? The time clock runs out. It honestly does.
Saying, because baby, they will run your ass through a tornado and you won't know what happened.
Somebody that'll work.
She's talking about they can run you through a tornado and this and that. Baby, you running all around what, 285? You running all around 285. And how's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? It says Portia Williams is the granddaughter of a late civil rights Reverend Portia Williams. That's about it. It says Portia, the OG of scamming. Man, she's no victim. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She's no victim. She's no victim. It says Portia Williams is an author, business activist, media personality. Is she? This is, and I still can't get over you saying Ebony K got her baby out the vending machine. Well, she did. She did. Didn't she go and go through a drive-thru and get a baby? I mean, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They advocated for that. They advocated for women to just to get their degree, get their money, and you can go up to the vending machine and go get your baby. That's what they did. And women went for it. Now some of them buildings, they don't even have electric. So now the babies you think they got sitting there, they done messed around and defrosted and got lost. I'm just saying, it ain't me talking, it's what's happening. So don't get mad at me. They always say they go after they get the ex-husband's money. Yeah. Except Simon probably played her. I think that's why she called ice on him. She probably knew she couldn't get no money, so she knew she had to get rid of him real quick. Like for real. Yeah, it's a vending machine. And when you hear women talking about they just want to have babies by themselves, that's some selfish stuff. You imagine you growing up, like you gonna be telling your kids old lies, or what you gonna be telling them? You gonna be like they died in war? What you gonna tell what happened to their father? What you tell? I mean, do you tell them I went and got you from the vending machine? Little Snickers babies. Is there a course in historic Black college that teaches 304? It's social media. So social media all day long. Now y'all know I didn't sit there and watch that Diddy and 50 Cent thing on Netflix. 50 a madman, okay? Of course, they get married to their career. They get married to their career and to their career. A lot of their careers are divorcing them this year. A lot of their careers and their jobs, a lot of people have jobs, they divorcing them. They're separated. They gave them the pink slips this year, right? You don't put all your eggs in one basket. So I don't know. Like I said, some people need to go smack their mamas and their aunties for telling them wrong. Adoption is an option, right? Adoption is an option, right? I'd rather them do that than go to the vending machine a lot of times. But look, let me let this clip roll real quick. We're gonna talk about this too.
With us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business.
The series contains never-before-seen footage of Combs debating strategy with his lawyers in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last year.
I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution.
It also includes video of Combs greeting fans in Harlem.
I'll accept it.
And then saying this about the interaction moments later.
I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bag. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
Now Combs' lawyers are demanding Netflix pull the series, threatening legal action, claiming Netflix is using stolen footage that was never authorized for release as part of what they call a shameful hit piece. The series is executive produced by Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alex Stapleton, who said, quote, "We obtained the footage legally and have the necessary rights," end quote. Before the cease and desist demand was sent yesterday, Stapleton and Jackson sat down with our Robin Roberts to discuss.
Giving the victims a platform.
It's not personal.
It's definitely personal. And how dare he say he had to go wash his hands after touching people? I know you didn't. He didn't gave all kind of comedians little lines for jokes and different things like this. It's very personal. I mean, this goes back down to, you slept with that man's baby's mama. But let's get into that real quick though. I mean, 50, you picked the 304, baby. You picked 304, you had a baby with 304, and she reacted like a 304. I mean, but she was a video girl, right? Video girl. I mean, she acted as what she is. I mean, this is what all this bears down to, right? But this goes even deeper than this though. It's deeper than what we think it is. And you know what's crazy? This goes back to pay your people. If they would have just paid his people, pay your people, you might not be going through all of this. Was he crazy? Probably. But that ain't what he was on trial for, guys. He's on trial for different evidence, different things. He wasn't on trial for being a freak, right? So everybody's thinking he should have got this amount of time, this and that. Then he wasn't on trial for that. That's what people don't understand. He wasn't on trial for that. And if you've seen the documentary, they talked about his mama, the one with the cricket wig on. You got to think, growing up with that kind of mama, hey, that's going to cause all kind of different things. And I did the research on school he went to. It was all kind of little touchy Philly priest up in there. So ain't no telling all what he had to go through. Shit, one priest had about 24 counts of touching, if you catching my drift. So, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling, a lot of people are how they are because of the way they grew up, And you seen, I don't know if y'all watched the documentary, but they were saying that the mama was beating on them and stuff and doing all kind of stuff. Yeah, the mama ain't never looked right to me. The mama ain't never looked right to me. It says, imagine telling your child, oh, you talking about the vending machine? This is, I watched a show where they said it was Diddy cloned in jail. Oh, yeah, they did a whole bunch of AI pictures of him and all kind of stuff. It said he slutted her out on purpose because he know 50 Cent loved that girl. Oh, that's exactly what he did. But there's been wars and things started over women before, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, I got the footage. I already got the footage because he didn't pay the cameraman. You ain't even pay the cameraman. So you telling me this man sitting on footage and he ain't got paid? Why would he not sell it to them? He would paid. A lot of his troubles is because he didn't pay people. Okay, that's really what it was. We already knew that how he was, right? So we not doubting that. Okay, I don't condone any violence, so I don't want the emails. Don't email me. But that ain't what he was on trial for, right? They wouldn't even have this footage if you paid the man. Why not? And why would you mess with anybody's woman besides 50 Cent's woman, right? But thing is, though, 50, you picked her. You picked this woman. You picked this woman. She had no values. This woman was a video girl. And video girl, hey, I'm just saying, she ain't just on the video set, just taking that little bit of money. I'm telling you that right now. She going with the highest bidder. It said if Diddy paid his artist, he wouldn't have as much money. That's the thing. You did not pay your artist. You didn't pay your artist. Now, and I'm telling you, and yeah, it was a lot of those was Photoshop pictures of him sitting there with all the girls in there looking like Wanda. Yeah, a lot of them. What up, Thought Club 3 a.m.? How you doing, baby? It's crazy to me. Like, why didn't you pay your people? I mean, I don't get it. But like I said, his mama raised him. His mama raised him under some crazy pressure. You heard that man said that she used to beat on him. A lot of women are abusive. This is a perfect example right here. This is a perfect example right here of how all the women say the men are abusive and this and that. Look how deep it is when it gets into his mama. His mama controlling him. All she cared about was his performance. She didn't care nothing about nothing about. She cared about nothing else. What they said, she wanted him to be a man, so she was beating on him all the time. And look at it. He probably she might have caused him to hate women. Who knows? It says he was greedy. Oh yeah, he definitely was greedy. I mean, a lot of this is because he didn't pay people. Rather involves that liquor company he sued. I mean, all of it. All these are just poor choices, right? Poor choices. And now look at you. I don't even understand, but this is, but think about it. His mom was like that, they said. So the mom was off the chain. But this is, the fame. The fame is what's going to get him in trouble. I don't know, understand. Why did you hire a camera guy to follow you around and you don't even pay him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is what women have a hard time. They'd be like, I cannot believe he not in jail and this and that. And I keep trying to tell the women he's not in jail because of his personality, guys. They only can charge him with certain things. I think as women, we got to start looking into things, guys. It's not about how you feel about him, okay? We're not going off emotions, okay? The jury don't go for emotions. They going off what's logical, okay? Is that he probably thought he could get away with it. Oh, of course. I mean, money, right? I mean, even with Cassie, look at Cassie, right? And I'm not talking about when he treated her like a soccer ball in the hallway. I'm not talking about that. That was a horrible thing. I am talking about choices, right? Wasn't she with Ryan Leslie first? And then she started dating Diddy. She could have stayed. She could have stayed with him, right? But that ain't what she picked. She wanted the fame. She wanted the fame. She wanted her career. She wanted her career. She wanted that career. She wanted that money. She didn't want some stability. I think that would have been a little bit more stability than dealing with him, because he didn't give you a career. Like, I'm just saying, he didn't. Right? I mean, she was 18. 18 is grown. We're talking about the law. We're not talking about feelings. It says right, because even though the cameraman, I'm just saying. And why would he not sell it? He definitely gonna sell that. He gonna sell the footage. It said they don't believe you deserve to be rich. Yeah, I mean, you left a good guy for a monster. Let's call it what it is, right? You left poor little Ryan. All of a sudden, Ryan ain't going to the studio no more. All of a sudden, now you going to the studio now. And now you're sitting up under him. 18 or not, you were grown, right? You was just, and for real, how they did that deal. I mean, when you get down to when it gets law wise and different things like that, like, I mean, she was being just like him. So, like a lot of things they probably couldn't charge him on. They just couldn't. Case in point, still married to the career. I'm just saying. It says Diddy can't even rap. Of course, yeah, he can't. Yeah, we all know that, right? We all know that. But when 50 got her here and said it ain't personal, it's definitely personal. It's definitely personal. It's definitely personal. It says Diddy destroyed Ryan. Yeah, you ain't heard nothing from Ryan Leslie after that. Not only did she run off with Diddy, you didn't mind destroying your man's career. Because it was over after that. He couldn't do nothing after that. I can't name a song he did after that. And he was he was like moving up the charts. But don't nobody talk about that, because you know why don't nobody talk about that? Because we're not allowed to shame any modern woman. That's why. So we only can shame Diddy in this situation. And I'm talking about character. I'm not talking about his case. I'm talking about the character of everything right now. You left that man. You jumped ship, jumped on another boat, and the boat sank. And says, I'd rather had jumped off a bridge than have to smash the men they chose. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough listening. That was rough listening to that. That was a rough thing. I tell you what's even rougher. Her husband. Her husband having to listen to all that. I mean, I don't care. He'll never get the things that he's seen. He'll never get the things that he's seen and the things that he had to hear. Quiet as a kid, but her husband was one of the men. But this just goes back to this is why we need fathers in the house. We need fathers. We need the women. Let your kids father their kids. Okay, I'm telling you, you have to, because I'm telling you, you got to. Not because Diddy became Cassie's father. Okay, that's what happened. He became her father that she probably never had. It is what it is, even, and this is the thing, like I said, if he'd have paid his people, a lot of things would not have even happened. Would he still be who he was? Would he still be maybe a terrible person? Yes, but that's not what was on trial. That wasn't what was on trial right there. And that's what they don't understand. They only can get him on certain things because he wasn't on trial for his personality. He wasn't on trial for his nastiness. He wasn't on trial for him doing whatever and calling them men or whatever they was smearing on chests and things. That's what was on trial for. That's all I'm saying. It says yes, fathers with integrity. Definitely, they need it. Just imagine this woman, Kathy. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter how much money that she got. Y'all seen them men? It'll never be enough money to get that out of your mind at nighttime. It'll never. Imagine when her kids get old enough and they look at this trial. And they look at this trial, regardless of the situation, regardless if people's way older than her or not, where I'm talking law wise, right? She was 18 years old, you know? So yeah, I'm just saying. Is that music industry was closed looped. A lot of people are like that in the industry, right? Is that he's on trial for his activities, you know, and the thing is, and that's the thing, you gotta separate those, right? Because when you're talking about a whole trial, right? And yeah, I think of the statute of limitations, whenever he was playing soccer with Kathy, right? The statute of limitations already have passed, right? This is what I say. You got to get out your emotions when it comes to everything that was going on with this, right? She didn't have to leave the first man. She didn't have to mess with him. She didn't. She, you know, whatever he laid down to get to, it's like giving cheese to a mouse, right? Whatever he laid down, and she went with it. She went with it. And this is why you got to watch the women that you pick, fellas, because Ryan did not pick a good person. He didn't. Let's talk about it, okay? Just think about this man then took his woman that he thought was his woman to get her career started. And you done walked your woman into her future man. Is that she never left him. She just got fed up with the promises. Oh, she never. I'm thinking when she left him was when he got on stage and was like, Kim was the love of my life, and he was on there crying and you know, acting like when Biggie died. And then that's when she was like, oh, forget this, I'm out of here. And then plus she had the liquor coming behind her too. So that's when she left. But if he would have asked her to marry him and all that, she definitely would have did it. I think she definitely would have did it. Yeah. I think he got off easy though. Well, I mean, we talking about law wise, right? We're not talking about his lifestyle. We're not talking about his lifestyle. We're not talking about things he did. I mean, people are grown. They do what they want, regardless if we like it, if we don't. We're going off with like what he was charged with and what they can prove and different things like that. Does he have a dad? They say anything about his dad? Yeah, I think his dad was like a little bit like a gangster. The dad was unalived, right? Dad was unalived. So then he was raised with his mom. He has a sister. I don't know why they act like he's the only child. He has a sister that they never talk about. They never talk about his sister, but yeah, he has a sister that they never talk about. Yeah, so and you know, and who knows, you know, the mom seemed like, I feel like the mom was definitely just like doing all kind of stuff. She's so weird. Like that. His mom is very, very strange. He has a strange mom. Strange mom. Like if a man grows up with a woman and she's emasculating him 24/7 and she's toxic and she's controlling, and you know, I mean, hey, this is what it makes. This is what it makes. This is the kind of person you're gonna get from that type of environment. And then, like I told you, when I was doing my research on this, and this was years ago, he had a whole bunch of touchy-feely priests. I think one of the priests had like 24 accounts of touchiness going on. If y'all catching my drift, right? And that was just like one out of the four. It was like 4 different priests that went to his school. That they just, you know, all they do, they just send a priest off to another parish. It says, but the law is subjective. Hush money settlement doesn't make. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. You're right about that. And that brings me to my next thing. You know, that I want to talk about when it comes to, you know, I mean, think about it. Men are proven guilty before any evidence for real. All you gotta do is put it up there. All you gotta do is put it up there and say somebody did something. Everybody's gonna go with if the woman says it or not. Which sucks. And I'm a woman, I'm gonna say it sucks. Even if they able to prove it or not, and you're not gonna be able to get over that sometimes. You're just not. So that's why I say when you choosing somebody, you better pick right, because 50 Cent having this woman right here as his child's mother. Just think about your child's mother being one of on Diddy's crew. She going around doing whatever. That's embarrassing. He ain't never gonna get over that. It was very personal, super personal. And Jason Derulo, we was just talking about. He was saying he don't ever want to be around a woman by himself, which I feel him on this. I understand, because even there's no apology big enough that can ever come around that can save a man's career. It's just not. It says, don't a bodyguard say he slapped his mama? Yeah. But think about it. The mama was slapping him and beating him all up and treating him like the mama was Miss Stone Color Purple. He was Steely when he was growing up. So, I mean, you get what you give. It don't make it right, but you get what you give. So so he probably didn't. Who knows? Probably don't have no respect for the mama. Depending on how bad it was, allegedly. I mean, depending on how bad it was. Yeah, too many sharks in the water. Always sharks in the water, right? I ain't gonna lie. This is why a lot of men are very hesitant with dealing with a lot of women in business, TV, regardless your job, HR. I mean, because a woman can easily be like, well, he said this, and it doesn't have to really be proven. All it has to do is be kind of sprinkled up. It's sprinkled out there. Sprinkled out there. The Me Too movement was dangerous. That was dangerous. That was a dangerous time. That was a dangerous time. And men are still, look at all the sports players. What's that one? It was his name. What's that one baseball player that the woman sued him for, like, well, she said that he did something that was proven, but I think he lost like what, $60 million like contract. He ended up in Mexico or Japan or something, and he'll never get that career back off for hearsay. So I understand why Jason Derulo will say that, he don't ever want to work with a woman by himself again. I tell men that all the time. You work with a woman, you got money, you always I'm gonna tell you like I tell the men on my show. Hey, some of y'all need to carry body cams with y'all on dates and things. I'm just saying, because it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. You dealing with people that have less and less, and they don't mind taking you down. It says let's keep it real. It says now most, if not all, these women would have been with Diddy for the money. They all here. Oh yes, of course, we know that. We know this, right? All the women that be like, I would, yes, you would. We know who you had kids with. We know who you had kids with. So when I hear women saying they wouldn't be with Stevie J and this and that, and yes, you would, because we know who's giving y'all kids, and we know who y'all having kids with. So y'all can stop saying that. Stop saying that. Y'all would have easily got on this Diddy train. Y'all get on other trains for less. let's say what it is. And TikTok shows us this, because y'all get on there talking about y'all's baby dad and y'all kids' fathers. So don't say what you wouldn't do. You know what's so sad? It's a wild to me that women can have boys, or they can have brothers or dads, and not have any type of empathy for men who get caught up in these cases. Like, it's wild to me. It says we all know who you're having kids with, right? I'm just saying. But when it comes to the public eye and it comes to social media, men are expendable as far as they can crack jokes on them. They can say the worst thing about men, and it's funny to the world. Until you say something about the modern woman. So you say something about modern woman is, and that's where it gets at. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, baby. It says, I like your show. It says, Anna, you keep it real and straightforward and honest. Hey, that's the only way you can be around here. That's the only way you can be. You see, they just try to put one on Smokey Robinson. They just try to put something on Smokey Robinson. I ain't hearing enough about it. Maybe somebody paid the girl off, whatever. But I'm just like, Smokey, he barely can see. He don't want to leave that man alone. Leave men alone. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if men start coming out on these women. Imagine that's gonna be treated. I bet it's gonna be different. Y'all not gonna treat women who are getting accused of something how y'all treat these men, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. Something came across with Ellen, and we ain't seen Ellen since. I think Ellen moved to another country and everything, but she ain't hear nothing about it because she's a woman. That's why I call modern women the untouchables. You're not out saying nothing. And just like with that Diddy stuff, nobody's going to question when it comes to the choices that a lot of people who was in that situation had to make, including Kathy, including Joy Daphne. You know, that was 50 Cent's baby's mama. Like, why would you like? But think about it. She's doing what she does. She's video vixen. She gonna go wherever. She gonna go wherever the money line is going. Okay. It says, poor old Smokey Bones. It says, let that man retire in peace. Yeah, leave Smokey Robinson alone. It says, I work at the casino in Maryland, and he was smart. It says, then my guess. It says, Smokey Robinson. It says, he was very awesome, respectful. I mean, yeah, right. But it doesn't even matter though. You can be the best man ever. If Charlotte or Keisha want to come out and say you did something to them, and this is why I say modern women control the culture of social media. They honestly do. And this is why I speak of modern women a lot, because y'all do control the narrative a lot of times, which is not good. Which is not good. And this is why so many of our men get taken down. They get taken down without a trial. All they need is hit the news. They don't hit the news no more. They just hit social media. The exotics fell from grace with this one. Yeah, you know, they got a little exotic, and you know, but it goes back to you cannot turn 304 into a housewife. She had 50 Cent hanging off of chandeliers and all kind of things. Look it up. You know, you can't make somebody, what I'll say, a cat gonna cat, a dog gonna dog. You know, you can't be shocked when the cat meows and the dog barks. This is what this is. This is what this is, right? So I understand Justin Derulo when he's saying he don't want to be in a room with somebody. And you're going to get even more cases like this, because Hollywood ain't what it was no more, guys. People ain't making money in Hollywood no more. That's why everybody got a podcast or they got a microphone saying something or doing something, because that money's not there anymore. It's not. I don't care how many, I don't care what they wear. I don't care what they show. It's not there. It says the court system is built to work against the African-American male. The court system is made to work against all males, especially when it comes to child custody cases and different things like that, and even with the Me Too movement. And it's so sad because, like I said before, 80% of child custody cases, 80% of them, the judge is going to side with the woman a lot of times. And it does not mean that she's the fit parent. It does not mean that. And I think we got to look into things a little bit more when it comes. So I'm glad that we are able to talk about different things, because this ain't it. This ain't it. It ain't working. Look, you're seeing the results. You're seeing the results. That's why I said, men, y'all start recording stuff. Like when women start talking crazy to y'all, even when it comes to child custody cases and all that, like keep a record of it. Keep a record of it. And this is why a lot of men, y'all see my title, the modern women can't handle the truth, and the men are done. And this is why. I mean, how much more are we going to blame? We blame everything on them. I'm going to say we because I'm a woman. I don't, but you know what I mean. Like, how much more, like, where is the responsibility? Where does that look? So look, Classic Perspective said, it's that get the meta glasses. Y'all start going, you know what, that's a good idea. Y'all start dating with meta glasses. I'm just saying, you invite a woman back to your house, your hotel, you throw them meta glasses on, okay? Not on certain parts though, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, y'all don't need it. It don't need to make the news. It doesn't need to have a trial. It just needs to hit social media. Look at the one lady that got y'all with the little ugly wedding dress on with the man with the one button. the little big girl with the glasses on that came on and raised all that money. Came on there and said the man was beating on her, said he left her. I mean, folks, women are scammers too. Women are scammers too. They just are. They just are. It's the thing. And I wish more women had the mindset of you. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate that. It says those glasses can be so you get a prescription and meta glasses. Hey, look, Classy is telling y'all. He's telling y'all what it is. Look, don't be I'm telling you. So that's why they love scammers so much. Yeah, of course. You already know. You already know what it is. Don't get caught up with these ladies, honey. I'm telling you. I done seen some diabolical stories. And then with TikTok being their main platform, I mean, people don't watch TV no more. TV is social media now. Anybody can come on. All they gotta do is cry. A woman can come on social media just crying and they go for it. They go for it. Look at the lady with the water bottle in Atlanta. She said the boys scammed her out $1,100. There was no proof of that. She opened up her GoFundMe. There was no proof. I just cannot believe nobody got that on camera in a busy intersection. Nobody got her crying or none of that. Like, come on now, we can't fall for certain things, right? Are there people in the world that need help? Yeah, of course, but you gotta look a little deeper. Just because it's a woman don't mean she's telling the truth. And I'm a woman and I'm saying that. I am. I'm just telling you. Like it doesn't mean that. Look at Brick Face Rita. I'm just saying we gotta be a little bit more proactive. We gotta be a little bit more you said it right. You said that right after I said that too. Like, look at that. I mean, this is what they do. We gotta protect our men out here. We need women to stand up for some of these scammers. We got to start talking about this. We need more women to start busting out these ladies who on her scamming, making us look bad. And I mean that. And I'm definitely going to be one of them. So anybody y'all think that's scamming or anything that y'all see on the internet, please send me an email. Y'all have my email on my community post. I will definitely investigate it. If you are familiar with my content, you know what I do, okay? Like, come on, we just can't be taken in just foolishness as if it's normal. Like, it's not. But the women been getting away with it. This is why they do what they do. This is what they do. What they do. I'm just saying. Right now, guys, I got my live set up on Wednesdays. I do pop-ups on Fridays and Mondays and Fridays sometimes. But for sure, I'm going to be doing lives on Wednesdays for sure. It says Ryan James said, "Isn't Brick Lady Somalian?" Yes. He said she's a double scammer. Well, you know what? Yeah, she is. And look how many women just went with that, because women move off of their fear. They don't even look to the whole story. They just go off of their fear. They be like, well, you know what? I don't like men. That probably happened. That's all I'm saying. It says, but not all of us are lying either, because men already overcautious in the big 25. Not all women are lying, right? I'm not saying all women are lying, right? But we got to be aware of some of the ones that are, and there's a lot that are. let's be real. It says, "Hey, Bronx, how you doing, baby?" It says women and the law are on the same side. It says because the more money you can extract, right? You're right about that. Money from a man, the government knows women will spend. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna put it right back into the economy. Smell the roses in the building. How you doing, baby? Yeah, Smell the roses said yes. That 304 Somali woman, and she looked crazy. Like, y'all recognize crazy when y'all see crazy. She looks absolutely crazy. But you know what? People find the crew. So I can see a lot of other crazy women just loving to hear a story like that. Also, guys, make sure y'all subscribed over there to my Smell the Roses. It says fear fuels insecurity. Yeah, insecurities. Yeah, it fuels insecurity. You right about that? Oh, you heard voice, man. That lady she looked crazy. Woman taking pictures in a bikini in a little dirty hotel room is suspect. First of all, we're going to say that, okay? It's certain things women do that y'all just got to know that's suspect. I'm just saying. And then the man that she accused, he didn't even look like he was interested in touching no woman. I'm just saying, I seen his legs swinging a certain way on the interview. Anybody that's seen that man talking, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, insane is for real. Like, come on now. It says that laugh she has scares me. Man, I'm telling you, and they're not gonna give her enough time, right? But you see, they don't talk about the women that's doing crime, and you just imagine she was gonna put that man in jail. She was gonna take that GoFundMe money. What she raised, like $40,000. She was gonna take that money and do what she wanted to do with it. Why this man would have sat in jail, and he looked like he didn't even like women. Hey, how you doing? Like, just think about that. Like, think about how crazy that is. And people was rallying behind this lunatic. Just crazy. You know how crazy you got to be to hit yourself in the face with a brick. That is climb in a man's house and put and put Bugs Bunny in the pot crazy, okay? It said no plastic bottle could have made that type of damage. Oh, that's what she said that she got hit with? Well, you know, when people lie, they never can keep track of what they're doing. It says, thank you, Anna. Okay, Smell the Roses hit 2,000 to 2K tonight. Hey, that is great. She said, well, baby, Smell the Roses, you have been all over YouTube putting your work in, okay? You are the executive producer of a lot of these shows right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and you are doing your thing. And I will always support you. Your work is paying off. You're not lying about that. It says she raised $40,000 in Minnesota and in Houston. Oh, Lord. That's what I'm saying. Finally banned her from GoFundMe. GoFundMe need to be in trouble, okay? Quit trying to make all these GoFundMes for these women. Yeah, easy it is to just to get a GoFundMe for a woman. A man came out and said a woman did something. Don't jump on his side so fast. It's what up, the real books? It says thin line between love and hate vibes all day long. All day long. Yeah, she lived in Minnesota. Oh, well, they coming for them right now. So you know, they down there like Trump down there like Blade. It says Minnesota is where she lived. Yeah, well, she about to be in trouble. Okay, that's all I got to say. Yeah, she any woman that can hit her own self just to get a story out is wild. That's wild work to me. Like, she should be facing way more time. You imagine how many men are doing time for stuff that women said they did just because they're a woman? Women get away with a lot of stuff. Y'all don't believe it, they do. And don't let them be a little bit cute. It says, it says maybe the ice bottle was frozen solid. I don't even think I don't think it was frozen solid. I just think as media, you know, they run with it. They run with anything that women say. They just do. The women back it and they go with it. That's what it is nowadays. All right, guys, I will be back on here. Hope y'all subscribe. Please check out my latest videos. Congratulations to Smell the Roses. You deserve every bit of it, mama. You keep on doing your thing. You know, when we telling the truth up here and we talking, it's not many of us, right? I don't know if y'all seen the show. You know, me and Raquel was just on Dee Dee's show, Dee Dee Reactions. Go check out that video. I'll put that in my post too. Show us some love when y'all can. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And as always, guys, you know, I always say, like, it's definitely logic over emotions. Because, baby, you can't just be moving off emotions. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. Until next time, folks, I will be back up here. Please check it out. Make sure there's Raquel. Make sure y'all following her. Subscribe to her. You're only going up from here, baby. All day long. All right, folks, I am getting out of here. Until next time, I will see y'all later.